Hi everybody, welcome back to Brelsford Family Homestead. I'm Darcy. Today we are going to make fajita seasoning. There is no reason to buy those packets that are expensive and have junk in them. It's really super easy to mix this up. Then you always have it in your pantry. The ingredients are things you probably already have on hand, and it'll just take you a couple minutes to mix together. Now, I'll show you all of the ingredients. There will be, I'll put the recipe in the description, but also a link to a printable. You don't have to give emails or anything. It's just like a Google document, so you can print it out and have it in your cookbook. I have used this one for a number of years. Also, my favorite way is to make chicken fajita quesadillas with this, that also have pineapple. So that is a family favorite. You just cook it up and then you add the juice of my home canned pineapple and some of the pineapple. It does call for sugar. There's not a lot, but you can be free to omit that. And it also calls for cornstarch. So if you're avoiding corn or you just don't want that, you can leave it out too. It just helps tighten up the sauce when you're making your fajitas. So feel free to leave those things out. Let's get this all mixed up. For this fajita seasoning, you'll need 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, which is optional, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of salt, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of sugar, again optional, 1.5 tablespoons of onion powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne, and 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. I'm just going to be using a jelly size mason jar to store this in and mix this in. I like to just be able to use any size of measuring spoon when I need to use it. It's just convenient. Plus, most of the things in my spice cabinet are mason jars. Now, I did want to point out a difference. I'll put a video up here. There is a difference between chili powder and chili powder, though it sounds the same. Use whatever you have. Most people are using something like this, like I got at the Amish bulk store. They sell this at your Walmart, Kroger, or whatever, but it's not just ground chilies, which is what I do want in this. This one has ground chili peppers, salt, oregano, cumin, soybean oil, less than 2% silicone dioxide, and garlic. It's not really what I'm wanting, so I have dehydrated chili peppers. I have smoked chili peppers and ground them down into Chile powder, and that's what I'm going to be using today. The sugar is optional and the cornstarch is optional. It's just in the original recipe, and I typically do add it. It's not a lot of sugar, so it's not a big deal. And the cornstarch just helps tighten up your sauce. But usually when I make this, I'm putting in some pineapple juice and things, so feel free to omit those things, but do give this a try. Let's get it mixed up. All right, we will start with our cornstarch. It is 3 tablespoons. Then it is 2 tablespoons of the chili powder. I'm already making a mess. That cornstarch really had me. Okay, part of that was a little bit heaping. That's okay. Let's brush that off. 1 tablespoon of salt. 1 tablespoon of paprika. 1 tablespoon of sugar, which I'll get a different measuring spoon, so I'm not giving anybody the taste of paprika or whatever if they use the sugar bowl. 1.5 teaspoons of onion powder. I have not made my own onion. Whoa, did you see that? Let's move that. I almost put that in the salt. See, we're leaving that in there, guys. This is real life right here. All right. I have made my own garlic powder, but I have not made my own onion powder, but I want to. I do have a Harvest Right freeze dryer on layaway that I really hope that I can get soon so I can make all of these things, but I've just dehydrated garlic really well and ground it up. It has worked great. Now our cumin, I didn't tell you, that was cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. We need 1.5 teaspoons of cumin. I'm sure you hear my dog growling. There's probably a very evil squirrel outside. All right. We've got this, but we need a lid. Let's find a lid. Well, now this will take me a little bit longer because I have that big mess to clean up, but that's okay. Here we go. Look at that. I love seeing them before I shake them up. I don't know. It just looks cool. What do you think? And then just shake it up. And for this, I mean, it's going to depend on how much meat you're using. So really, you're just going to do it to taste. But I would say when I have maybe 2 large chicken breasts that I am sauteing, I probably put at least 2 tablespoons of this seasoning on. But, you know, I like well-seasoned food. So you're just going to have to go by your taste for that. But there it is, easy peasy. I have some other mixes and things like that that I'm going to be sharing with you soon, and I will make printables for them all. But I hope this helps you to have things that taste better and that are better for you. They're just so easy, and you know, you could mix these up and give them as gifts too. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try. Please put it down in the comments below if you do. Until next time, God bless.